Hello and welcome to the Jank Tank, a weekly series where I build questionable decks and throw them against the constructed ladder. This is the first week that we have a new M21 deck to play with, and apparently that means that everyone is out playing their grinding mono-red decks to climb the ladder really quickly. Or so it seems, because that's pretty much all I've run into lately. I had built a cool green-white counters deck for this week, and it was just getting destroyed by mono-red aggro, so we're playing this instead. This is a life gain deck with it's a few interesting cards to it. I liked the Indulging Patrician, so I put her in. 1/4 flyer, lifelink, so she's going to get in for 1 in the air and gain you some life. And it's a big body, so it helps stabilize against aggressive stuff. And if you gain 3 or more life this turn, your opponent loses 3 life, so she can turn the game around pretty quickly for you. The other new card from M21 that I'm trying out is Demonic Embrace. I want to like this in this deck, but I haven't actually gotten a chance to cast it yet, so we'll see. But it gives a creature plus 3/1 and flying, which is going to go great for all of our lifelink that we have. And then you can recast it from your graveyard by paying 3 life and discarding a card. So it's not really card advantage because you still have to pay the card for it, but all of our cards can be Demonic Embrace, so whenever we're ready to beat down, we can play it onto a creature that we have. This is our late game plan, is to make a creature and then just throw it into the air with the Demonic Embrace on lifelink so that they can't really race us, and try and finish the game out that way. Plus 3/1 and flying is a pretty big deal, so the rest of what we've got going on is Beloved Princess. Should go pretty well with Demonic Embrace. She has lifelink and can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. So they're going to have a 2-power flying creature in order to kill her. And we've got Healer's Hawk. It's going to become a 4/2 if it's got Demonic Embrace on it and with lifelink. Just good evasion and life gain. Helps us stay in the game. And Knight of the Ebon Legion, since we're going for evasion and strong punches, this should work pretty well. Plus, he is just a early drop that can take over a game. Being able to pump himself up plus 3 in lieu of using a card for that mana is very strong. He can trade with almost anything. He can make himself bigger by activating his ability. He's just a threat that grows over time, so very strong for this aggressive style of trying to get an early damage. And then we've got in the 2-drops, we got some removal. Swift Response destroys a tapped creature. I think this is really great. Even if you can't cast it the turn they attack, you can get them on the following turn when you untap. You can take out whatever they attacked you with. And just kills anything that's attacking you, which is really what I want right now. Doesn't deal with vigilance creatures is one of the big drawbacks for it. And Eliminate, destroy creature planeswalker with 3 mana or less converted mana cost. This hits pretty much everything that mono red is playing, so it doesn't kill Torbrand is a big problem. Same with Swift Response, so Torbrand's an issue. But it's we've got our early threats, and then we've got stuff that answers the early threats. So we're just going to try and keep the board clear from stuff that can kill us until we can get our Demonic Embrace engine going. We've also thrown in 2 Oath of Kayas. This should probably be 4. I don't have the other 2, and I'm not wanting to spend the extra rares yet. But there should be 4 Oath of Kayas. We don't have any Planeswalkers, so the static ability on it doesn't do anything. But this is 3 mana to deal 3 damage and gain 3 life. It's a really sweet deal no matter what. So this is going to kill any cheap creatures, as well as trigger our Indulging Patrician's ability to gain more life. So if you had a Patrician out and Oath of Kaya, you can Kaya them for 3 damage to their face, and they'll lose 3 from Indulging Patrician. So you've got a range of 6 for lethal there. It's pretty good. And then finally, Cub Warden. One of the big drawbacks to Demonic Embrace is that you have to pay a card for it and put it on a creature, so you're really weak to removal. If they can just kill your creature, then Demonic Embrace is not going to do anything for you, and you're just going to be down 2 cards to their 1. By going in on this game plan, you are opening yourself up to as many 2-for-1s as your opponent wants. So we've got Cub Warden. When you mutate it, you get 2 1/1 lifelinkers, which is pretty much exactly what we want with Demonic Embrace. They kill one of them, you can turn the other one into a 4/2 Healer's Hawk. So it's quite solid. And we're running a lot of small creatures, so putting it on Healer's Hawk or Knight is really good. As a mutate target, you can even do Indulging Patrician if you have to. Sometimes getting that 3 hasty damage from mutating the Cup Warden will let you deal 3 to their face and cost them another 3 because you've gained life. So it's an option, or you can just play it out as a 3/5 if you need a sturdy blocker if they're putting a lot of pressure on you. But I try and mutate them whenever possible because I want those lifelink tokens. And finally, you've got Fight as One. It is just a cheap indestructible. Sometimes you can use it to pump both a Beloved Princess and something else and get some nice value out of the human, non-human part, but mostly I just want it to protect whatever I have put Demonic Embrace on. Since this deck is very prone to removal, I wanted something to protect those things. And then basically an even split on the lands. We need double black for Demonic Embrace, but we need double white for Cub Warden, and our early drops are mostly white. So probably lean a little bit more towards the white than black, but I think an even is probably appropriate. That's the deck. We are hoping to get some easy-ish wins against mono red, and if we run into control decks, we may have a problem. Control can frequently deal with a lot of our key cards since there's a lot of synergy and combo. Getting rid of the Indulgent Patrician is a problem. But they can sometimes just lose to the early drops. We got a lot of 1-drops and stuff, so... Alright, this looks okay. I need another land, but Knight is going to be good. Alright, it's blue. Control decks. Play Knight of the Ebon Legion, and see if they can deal with it. Probably just drop a Swamp, Go Thought, Erasure. Nope. Oh, we're doing a mill deck. I did put together a mill deck for this episode, but it was really boring. You guys have already seen mill. I didn't need to show it to you again. But it probably can beat this deck, I'm guessing. Alright, we're gonna mill. That's a self-mill deck, okay. So I need to draw a couple lands here. Unfortunately, these decks I think run bounce rather than removal. He's buffing my guy. I got flying. Alright. That's interesting. Maximize altitude. I hadn't thought about that with Drowned Secrets. I like it. Okay, well we didn't draw a land, so we're basically gonna lose. Probably should just concede now. My only hope is that he runs out of steam. 1 Drowned Secrets is usually not enough to carry this, but he's got a lot of extra cards. Oh sweet, Narcomoeba. I like it. I like it. So he has another Maximize. He can use it to pump the Narcomoeba when I go to attack. Yep, there's the delay. Oh, it's Arc. Okay. This might be fine then if he's not able to self-mill. But I think he can. 28 cards, and he's basically just got all this nonsense. Unfortunately, we're still not drawing anything. Got another Narcomoeba. I probably should have held that until his turn, because now he can play 3 spells. Maybe. No, he'd have to have drawn some stuff to get the 3 spells. But I didn't want to discard a card, which is foolish because I'm definitely not going to get around to casting all these. He's going to mill himself out before, yeah. I'm just going to concede. Getting that Merfolk Secret Keeper back is definitely the end. He was going to get at least 2 Arclight Phoenixes back and mill himself for another, like, 6. Although maybe that was premature. He didn't show any sign of necessarily having a win condition from self-mill. I'm so used to seeing, like, Jaces and stuff that I assume that if they're going to mill themselves, then they can win the game, but he might have just run himself down. Alright, we're going to keep a 2-lander again. This looks pretty sturdy. Need to draw a 3rd land, though. Ideally, a Plains. Probably should have gone turn 1 Healer's Hawk. Looks like it doesn't matter. I did get a lands. Yeah, sure. I should worry about keeping Fight as 1 up. Okay, so my opponent's also playing a life gain deck. I've seen a lot of this coming around lately. This is a good eliminate target. So I will go Healer's Hawk. Yeah, might as well not even mess around. Just kill it and get in for some damage. I'm gonna kill it on his turn anyways. This lets me get my beloved princess damage in. Nice, Tavern Swindler. I like it. Once we get another land, I can start doing Demonic Embrace. Ooh, nice. Okay, so he's tapped out. I might just go for the Demonic Embrace right now. That'll give me a huge swing. Every swamp, though. Every swamp is going to be able to kill something of mine. I don't really want that. So if I Demonic Embrace, I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. And gaining 1 billion life. Which is pretty sweet. I really want the Fight as 1, but I'm just gonna have to use it on his turn anyways. Okay. I hope he loses this coin flip. Alright, he gains a bunch of life. Alright, so if I attack here, I can... Yeah, I think this is okay. Look at me, the 3. Trade off his creature that was going to kill one of my blockers. And he's going to kill the beloved princess, but... Alright, Grain Merchant. It's definitely a war of attrition here. Alright. Well, I spent the thing, but I can Swift Response, which is what I think I want to do. I don't like him being able to just take my stuff. Oh, that's a sweet drop. Yeah, I don't care about the Scorpion at all. Okay, now we're in business. Got fight as one to keep my healer's hawk alive. He should die next turn. Let's see. If I let this resolve, I'll have 4, 7. Nope. Well, no. Not doing it. I don't know if he's got another piece of removal. I think if he does, though, I'm still fine. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, Demonic Embrace is pretty scary. Just need to make sure you have fuel for it. So any token generator is also quite good. Play it with like Rally or Raise the Alarm, Bastion of Remembrance, that sort of thing. Get you a lot of good value. But the lifelink I think is pretty important because it costs health each time you do it and they can attack you pretty well. I don't like this hand, but I'm going to keep it. I think Beloved Princess might be the weakest card here. I like getting the 2 options off with Fight as One, but I don't think she's quite good enough for the deck. I'd rather just have Healer Hawk. But against stuff like Scorch Spitter, she usually eats a shock, so that's nice. I don't think white has any good prot red stuff. Oh, Potent Mulligan's 1. That might be fine if they have, like, anything big. We're definitely going to just pay the life, I guess. I mean, I could just eliminate Cheville. I mean, if he puts a counter on and kills a thing, that's pretty sweet. He could just go Murderous Rider next turn. I don't want him to have that card advantage. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill it. I don't want to mess around. I gotta assume he's got kill spells. I don't know if he'd want to use it on any of my 3 guys, but I don't want him to use it on any of my 3 guys, so he probably would. Alright, and he doesn't have a thing. So let us go ahead and swing in case he's sitting on removal. Alright, we got our bunch of guys. Glorious Anthem might not be bad in a deck with a curve like this. It's all 1-drops. Alright. Alright, Vraska, you got it. You can kill Knight of the Ebon Legion. Or plus, if you want. Yeah, he's gotta dig for some stuff. I wonder if he's gonna sack a land. He does not. Okay, so... I want to play Indulging Patrician, but I can't while Vraska's out. So I think I'm just going to kill Vraska. Yeah, she's pretty good. Which does pretty much exactly what he wants her to do. It's like a 4-mana time walk. You got it. Nice. Alright, Casualties of War, Shatter. Okay. That's not good, but We'll deal with it. Would have liked to fight as one there. Would have been pretty sweet. So we're facing against the deck that has direct removal now. And now you can set up Vraska. We've pretty much lost.
Time to step out. Don't be surprised if we meet again.
Yeah. Drawing a million lands is not what I needed. Nice. Gets to +2 to sack a token.
Don't dwell on what's about to happen.
I don't know if this Beloved Princess is going to get anywhere. I do like this Abzan Vraska sort of deck. I have already built it and don't need to showcase mine again. But it's definitely a versatile playstyle that I like. At this point, I can only hope to top deck a Demonic Embrace.
Everyone is expecting.
Gotta kill Vraska again. Hopefully, he doesn't kill my Beloved Princess. All right, we're gonna concede here. That's not going anywhere. Maybe a Cub Warden would have done it too. Get a bunch of small tokens and at least kill his Arboreal Grazer by attacking into Vraska. It was interesting to me that he sacked his 1/1 instead of the 0/3. I feel like the Soldier was more valuable in its ability to trade with the Princess. I think we can work with this. Unlurker. What are we getting rid of? Swift response. I think I want to just play this knight. Knight's probably going to eat removal or be really good. Decks like this have, once they empty your hand, you want stuff on the board that can use your mana. That's why it died. It's okay. We took a damage. How are we ever going to recover? Cushion. Sky Scanner. Okay. I'm assuming he's playing Plague Grafter. That's pretty cool. Okay, so fortunately for us, it is a surmountable challenge. We will merely make our Healer's Hawk big, and I expect a chump here, which is really good news if he's on the Plague Grafter strategy. Oh, I gained the life. Okay. I keep thinking it's damage to the opponent, but I gained life from lifelink anyways, so got the 3 damage. Field of Ruin. Interesting tech. Everyone's running non-basics. It's a good way to force your opponent to play more lands from their hand, which helps your discard strategy, of course. Alright, so he gets... Yep. Even. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can... I think this is okay. maybe should have kept that land, but I think he's going to play a discard effect, and if he goes for like Davriel or another creature discard, then I can eliminate it in response. I would like to have stuff in my hands so that I can replay Demonic Embrace, but this deck is not built, I believe, to allow me to do that. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Let's get a creature. Gunworker. Alright, called that. It's probably just going to make me discard. But I don't really need the mana out for anything else. Got him. Alright. -1 Agonizing Remorse. Nice. Oh, the Demonic Embrace goes away, though. That's too bad. Nice. Alright, do I play... I think I keep it. Yeah, every land is a buffer against more discard. If he throws down a Davriel, then I'll have stuff to discard to it. Alright, we'll throw this Knight of the Ebon Legion to the Wolves. Get eaten by not Agonizing Remorse. Extinction Event. Or Murderous Rider, or whatever he's got. There we go. Okay. Unfortunately, no way to deal with the Murderous Rider now. We're going to come up a little short this game. Well, let's find more removal. Man, way too many lands. Guess I should have put Castle Locked Lanes in this deck. I'll do that after this game. That seems like a really reasonable inclusion. Alright, beloved princess. It's up to you. It's entirely useless at this point. He's got a 2-power creature that can block her. So... why? Why would you even do that? You got it. Only lands. It's possible now that we can play a creature and fight as one it. Need another Knight of the Ebon Legion to make it a relevant body, though. Like a Healer's Hawk, I'm not going to be too excited about. Alright, Cavalier. You got it. Healer's Hawk. I'm super excited about this Healer's Hawk, guys. It is so good. Nope, not blocking. Alright. We did it. It's alive. Does he even have anything? Sky scanner? Alright. Alright. I'm bored of this game. This deck doesn't get into a lot of situations where it's just looking for stuff off the top like that, but it doesn't hurt to put Castle Locklane in. Let's try this again. I was going to build a shrine deck for today's episode too, but I put it together and it was exceedingly boring. It's a control deck and it just revolves around not letting your opponent do anything. You either get overrun by them or you just stomp them because they don't have any cards and it takes you forever to drain them all their life. It's really boring. No shock. So there are 4 colors. Maybe this is a shrine deck. Maybe it's 5-color shrine. Banishing Light. Can't really do anything about that. This deck has 0 attack against Banishing Light. Let's see. I'm just gonna go straight for the Indulging Patricians. Shadow this guy's gonna destroy me. Really need to find that fight as one. Okay, so I can Cub Warden. Nope, I can't Cub Warden onto the Beloved Princess. I don't like his ramp, so I'm probably just going to kill it and swing. Or I could Cub Warden right now. Just walking into it, a Casualties of War. Black, black, green, green. Yeah, let's just do this. Both the Kaya would have been a sweet there. Okay. He continues ramping. I'm fine with this. I like where this is going. Let us do the mutates. I don't have it. I'm the saddest. I'm the saddest there ever was. Alright. Well, this is really bad. Shadow this guy wrecks me. He doesn't have another white yet. No, he does. Great. Oh, thanks. Thanks, fight as one. You are way too late. Okay, he's getting a bunch of land. I wonder what he's ramping into. There's a lot of ramp. It's probably just Casualties of War. Oh. Well, this would be really interesting if I had another white. I don't, so it's not really interesting. I mean, I guess he's just ramping into Golvos, right? Seems really good. Maybe he'll swing and it can swift response. So I'm not playing Cub Warden because I want to mutate it. I'll keep my white up as well in case he tries to kill Cub Warden. But I want to mutate Cub Warden onto my Cub Warden so I get 4 1/1s. He has it is a Shrines deck. We found out what it is. Attack? Please? Nope. Alright. So... yeah, this is going to be hard. Still think mutate's correct, though. Just think if I get another one. So what's probably going to happen here is he's going to get the red shrine and just ping off all my 1/1s. I mean, you can scry if you want, but you're searching, so it doesn't really matter. I guess he could have discarded. He didn't discard one. Okay, he goes straight for the life gain. Maybe he founds? I guess the Banishing Light. We're dead. Demonic Embrace would still be really good. I mean, not good enough, I don't think. Let's see. Oath of Kaya can kill Golwos if he goes to block, which I think is probably pretty important. Fight is one here. Lose one cub. Kill Golos. He's probably sitting on another one in his hand. He's got so many cards. And if not, the Sanctum's about to end things. I don't think there's a way that this works out for us. Mainly because the moment that we do get a Demonic Embrace, he can dig up the White Shrine. Yeah, alright, I'm just gonna concede. Or the Red Shrine and just kill all our stuff. That deck was more interesting than my Shrine deck, but still really boring. Like, imagine if I had any removal for enchantments. I thought about putting in Light of Hope for this deck because of the life gain proc. And it has enchantment removal, because I was like, oh, people are probably running Shrine decks. Apparently we're running into all the non-red aggro. Would have kept with my other deck if I had known. This is an okay hand. Alara deck. Alright. I'm gonna go with the swamp or the castle first, so that I can get 2 drops on turn 2 instead of. You know, this is just a little better. Bill. I can get my Healer's Hawk in, I guess. Didn't draw a land, so I can't trade with the Cheville. Hopefully it doesn't just... I guess dead weight wouldn't be good for me either. I hope he doesn't dead weight. Fight as one is insufficient here. Swift response is good though. Alright, so I've got a land, so I can just swing here. Well, I'll activate. Don't like that hero of Precinct 1. Play Luris. Oh, no Luris. Well, let's attack. If he has a combat trick, that'll be bad for him. I wonder if he's waiting for me to pump here. I am not. Oh, good thing I didn't pump. Called that. The question is, am I okay with this Mythos resolving? I think no. Let's just save it. I'm not particularly attached to that knight, but I don't know if I'm going to get a good chance to use Fight as one in the next few turns. Yeah, if I draw a swamp, I will. Alright. So what you're saying is a swamp would be really good. Let's get in for the one. Hopefully he doesn't just kill my patrician. He does not. He has a scavenging ooze, though, that's going to give him some health. Man, I am ready for that swamp. So the knight doesn't really have any good options, right? If I swing with the knight, it's just going to die to these two. Yeah, I guess we're just getting two in the air. Come on, lands number 4. We are ready. You got it. Not really worried about my life total. These glow spores can hit pretty hard, but I'm gaining quite a bit of life. So I could block the soldiers here with my knights. Okay, he doesn't. I guess I can take that as a sign that he doesn't have a combat trick then. Oh, sweet. Fight is one. That's pretty good. That's excellent right here. That means that when he goes to kill my thing, he does not. Oh. Okay. I was expecting a kill spell. Oh, his hand's empty. He probably should put Luris in his hand. I mean, I guess he's trying to gain a bunch of life to not die, which is fair, but... Six health. He's got still another thing, so... He puts Luris in his hands and casts Luris. I think that's game. Because he can't gain life now. $10, $13, $15. This is fine. Oh, he did it. Good game. Nice. Turns out, I think saving that saving that vampire was utterly useless. But that's okay, I might have needed him. If things hadn't gone that well, then I could have used him to trade off with the Scavenging Ooze. This looks okay to me. Not great, but okay. Go, knight. Red. Alright. Well, let's hope he tries to burn Knight of the Ebon Legion. I can fight as one it. That's red-green. We can get some stompy tramply times. Robber. Okay. Well, I wish that I could use the Knight to block here, but I will satisfy myself with... actually, I don't know which is better, Knight Pump or Oath right now. I want to say never give my opponent Robber. I guess I could have just stayed back to block with the Knight as well. That wouldn't have been a bad choice. So I could pump right here, and I think that's what I'll do. If he goes to burn, then I'll fight as one. He did not burn, so I'm just going to get free counters. I kind of want Indulging Patrician here, but I think growing the Knight when it's available is a better option. Robber, alright. That's okay, I've kind of emptied my hand out, my opponent's stuck on no lands, so he's not getting the value. Okay. Well, now is a good time to probably start getting the Patrician going, because next turn Patrician will be pretty lethal. Not lethal, but pretty rough. 7 damage from this combo. Destroy. Okay. He's just gonna get the big creature. That is A-okay. Okay, the life. Oops. I'm very bad at this game. Maybe he'll double block and I'll be able to... Yeah, this is... whatever. Alright. I'm saving it as a surprise so he'll never see it coming. If you were 1 health lower, I would be able to... Ooh, Questing Beast. Nice. Punchy. If you were 1 health lower, I'd be able to slap the Patrician on for surprise lethal this turn. Yeah, that's fine, I'll take it. Well, I mean, he's tapped out, so if I just go 5... Yes. Yeah, you can't do anything about this. This doesn't have reach, does it? Last minute. Oh. Yeah. I think that is the good choice. I like my jump spells, and Demonic Embrace jumps for days. Probably got time for another game or two. 2 if they're not too long. Double Castle Locthwain, it feels bad. Actually, this hand's pretty terrible. I'm gonna mulligan. I don't like mulliganing, but I'm going to. Yeah. Not much better, but it's something. Fencing Ace. Alright. might be getting the card advantages here. Typically people like to put powerful enchantments on their fencing ace. Double fencing ace. We'll destroy it. Kill that Rimrock Knight too. Let's see if we can get a Patrician to stick. So if he doesn't kill the Patrician right now, like that, we would have had a pretty good line of play. Cub Warden into the Mutate, and then I would have had multiple Dark Embrace targets. That's okay though. Mutating Cub Warden onto Knight is also a pretty sweet play. Alright. You swinging? Does he not know how this works? Maybe he's just burning my face as fast as possible. Okay, so... Eliminate's really good here, but I'm just going to Cub Warden Mutate. Assuming he doesn't give the Fencing Ace Trample or something, I'm just going to chump block it this turn. Oh, Rimrock Knight can't block. That's sad. I mean, do I even? I don't think I even. He didn't do anything terrible. I'll take 4. I should have kept that. Well, let's start turning our cats into cat demons. I am going to leave this deck to chump block the Rimrock Knight, but I think this is over. That's way too much life to gain. Sad times for you. Yeah. Eliminate's a pretty sweet card. Alright, we'll do one last game and then go back and look at the deck. Mixed results today, some good, some bad. This deck can kind of peter out without enough card draw. Maybe I go more token generators and throw in village rights. I like that idea. No creatures, but I've got some... Got the right lands. I'll keep it. I'm sure I'll draw into some stuff that's good. Sure. These are all fine cards. I'm gonna draw another swamp and just start castle walkthwaiting myself for 6. Well, it's coming to pass. Man. Do I? Take 7 damage? That can't be a good thing. If he misses... he doesn't miss the land drop again. Deputy of Detention. And Shark Typhoon. Does not bode well for this style of deck, because this doesn't give hexproof, so Deputy of Detention kind of wrecks me. Oath of Kaya is good against Deputy, though. I'm not scared. Ow. I think my opponent's stunned. Alright, we did it. We're living the real dream. So I can't put Demonic Embrace on it yet because he's probably got Deputy Detention. I need to give him a chance to answer this spell. I just hope he's not playing Unsummon. It's not Shark Cyclone or Shark Typhoon. It's just not gonna block. Alright, he's got... He's got Unsummon. Please be a kill spell. Shock? Omen. Oh, okay. I guess he just doesn't care about a knight. Get that counter. Yep. Not much to be done.
My responsibility. Let's try this.
Okay. I want to do this on his turn. I'm just going to do it now. He might have a counter spell that I don't like later. He might just replay Teferi though on Omen of the Sea. Seems really good. This is basically a done deal though. Cool. I actually don't care about Yorian much. She can swing and I'll just swift response it. It might be a slow response because it plays with the fairy, but I can eat 4. Alright, we got the Healer's Hawk going on. This Healer's Hawk could actually be quite good with the Demonic Embrace. We just need him not to deputy it. Oh wow, it's the fairy. It's so incredible.
You'll thank me later. Don't worry, I got
Why?
this.
If he wants cards, he should just bounce his own Omen. If he doesn't want cards, he should just plus. Like, I'm not impressed. I think Teferi is a very important card for the new meta, though. Alright, well, let's try a swift response. Counterspell? He's got so many cards he doesn't know what to do with them. Yeah, this is fine. I don't need to Oath of Kaya yet. Or do I? I'm going to. And I'm going to because the mana efficiency means that I can empty my hand out a little better and then start Castle Lock Flaning more effectively. I'm hoping it just goes for a Shatter the Sky here. I think that's the only, like, destroy effect he's actually got. Alright. So I'll be, what, 2 power? It's not great. I think he's just gonna... Okay. Alright, bird demon. Okay. It's not good.
You're being
I think that means that I just have to oath again. I don't care which one stays.
Victory has evaporated from my head.
Board wipe? It's gonna be a deputy. Dream Trawler. Okay. Dream Trawler actually might be fine. Maybe he'll deck himself. He's drawing a lot of cards. Yeah. Alright, so I have to hope he goes for the block. He's not going to, which is bad. Maybe I just try and stay back and block. Well, this can deal with the great shark, so if I swing now, not much happens. I really have to go for the fight as one. Okay. I hope he doesn't bounce Healer Sock. I guess if he does, I can still just... Okay. Our Healer's Hawk is lethal. Man, if he goes for a Shatter the Sky this turn, he'll be very disappointed. Cue up the disappointment. You know what the best part about this is? I get to draw a card. Thank you. I like it. Okay. I'm just trying to think of what he could have here that will wreck me. Voracious Great Shark is probably the thing to play around. And we can do that. He's probably got another Shadow the Sky, I'm going to guess, because he's drawn all the cards. And I can't deal with that one, so I am saving the Cub Warden to replay after he shatters. Which is not a great strategy, because he's just got Voracious Great Shark. So... I wonder if I should have saved one of my Fighters ones. Probably. Playing it on the night was probably a mistake. It's a much better clock, but now he has a very clear line to recover. And with all of his card draw and scry, he should be able to find it. Or he might just bad manners us to death. He's got 4 timers, so this could take a while. My only consolation to the fact that he can kill all of my stuff right now is that I can draw another card. And keep drawing cards. riveting. One timeout left. He's just gonna go to fairy +2 your turn. You know he's not AFK, he just changed his pet. What a jerk. Okay. I called it. I should have drawn a card first. Oh man, I just realized if I had drawn a card I could have just been in this game. Interesting they played the Dream Trawler instead of a Voracious Great Shark though. I don't think I agree with that. Alright, so Cub Warden Mutate here is pretty good. Yes, that is pretty good. How do I pay 3? That's weird that you have to tell it that you want to pay that yourself. You don't... Huh. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm back. Just need him not to have another Shatter the Sky, which, like I was saying before, he probably does. Yorian. Okay. Oh, okay, he's gonna not attack with the Dream Trawler this time. That's pretty cool. Oh, I guess we will save... Which one do we want to save? I actually don't know. I think having the Demonic Embrace already out is pretty good, but this has... Oh, no. The Cub Warden has a much better body. This is a really annoying deck to play against, by the way, if you were wondering. Super boring. This Eliminate's not going to do us much good. I can't really afford to attack, can I? No. I just have to hope that he doesn't draw anything good, which is a very bad hope. If I had played better, I might have been able to save this game, but I don't think it would have counted or mattered. I don't think it would have made much of a difference. Alright, we're gonna concede. It's very advanced stealth warden is
I'm known for my excellent timing.
bad manners, Namet. Not just because you're playing a really annoying deck, but using your timeouts just to be rude is dumb. Don't be like Namet. Now let's look at the deck. As predicted, bad against control decks. Things that can deal with my creatures is pretty difficult to work with. So, options. Duress is probably the thing that needs to go in for this. Or Drill Bit if you are consistently getting damage off, if you're in an aggressive version. Drill Bit's also a good targeted removal from their hand. Dress can get out their targeted removal and their board wipes, both of which are kind of the Achilles heel for this deck. So it's a pretty good inclusion. I just didn't know what I was going to cut for it. I would probably go with Beloved Princess. Maybe not, though. Maybe a piece of removal. Like, I don't know if I would take out its Swift Response or Eliminate, though. But I'm hesitant to lose creatures on it, because as you saw, sometimes you just run into situations where you don't have creatures. You've got your Fido's ones and your Demonic Embraces and a piece of removal, and you're ready to go, but you don't have anything to go with. So maybe take out the Princess, or the removal. Probably Swift Response, because I'm still pretty leery of red aggressive decks at the moment. Put in Duress, and you'll need less creatures to begin with, because you'll be able to keep them safe. Devout Decree, I was considering just because of the red that's been floating around, but apparently that was just my pre-game warm-up. So, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of aggressive red. Devout Decree is a pretty good card, but I don't think I'd main deck it. Unless that's literally all you're seeing is these red aggro decks. This deck just doesn't like having a dead card in hand, and I don't have any discard outlet for it. Kaya, same token. She's pretty strong as a card. I don't think she's as good anymore, so since we didn't see the aggressive red, I wouldn't put her in. Silver Smoke Ghoul is going to be a fun one for more grindy matchups, so more control stuff. They can't really counter it because life gain will put him back to play. And he's a 3-1 beater or card draw if they go to wipe the board. So I think he's pretty solid. He was in the deck until I moved away from the gaining 3 life a turn strategy, but if you have Oath of Kayas, then you're still quite able to do that. So Silver Smoke Ghoul is a good option if you're running into a lot of control. Elspeth's Nightmare is good against both control and mono red. Kills their creature and then takes stuff out of their hands. You can use it to bypass like an 0-4 wall from Birth of Meletes. And Call of the Deathwalker is just good to get stuff back into play. It's a good 2-for-1 if they wipe your board. You can put back in Knight and Healer's Hawk or whatever you need. So it's a good option. I really wish the Ghoul were a bit smaller and 2 mana though. That way you could get back Call with it. But yeah, I think probably the big thing is just Duress. We saw the deck get dismantled quite a few times, and being able to attack our opponent's hand is going to help solve that a lot. I kind of liked how it played, but it's not my favorite deck. I think what I'm going to build next week is going to be more focused around tokens and village rights. Maybe some sort of Mardu value stuff. I think Village Rights is an incredible card. So you can look forward to seeing that next week. And I'm going to have more sealed events going up this next week too. So look for that around Wednesday. And we'll see you next week.